Start recording. We'll see what happens. Lexi, excuse me. All right, guys, we are recording. Hey, welcome to Trabuco Canyon. Somewhere in Orange County here with social distancing. No. No, I've been tested. It's fine.
That's right. We've been all safe, very safe together.
I have my lovely wife, Maha, here. We have Nicholas Dramard and Desi Dramard.
My lovely wife, yeah.
Hello.
Both performers.
Yes.
Self-proclaimed or no, actual performers.
We at one point we were paid for it.
At one point, yes.
Right now it's
up until March of 2020, we actually made a living being.
No, you were still getting paid online?
We'll do
Your live Zoom.
I don't know. I don't. Should you be saying that for tax purposes?
If we're gonna jump right into it, we kind of adapted our lives and created living room concerts we sold tickets and people watched, and I mean it was so successful after the first one that we just done once a month, almost once every month since then. So it's been we're very lucky that we're able to do that together. So yeah.
Well, we were lucky to be able to watch something so fun and awesome during this quarantine.
Are they available for like now watching?
If you want to purchase them, watch them. I mean they were ticketed events. They were $10 per ticket, but I think if you want to watch it again,
if you're bored and wanna
DM
enjoy
us.
something.
Slide into our DMs and we'll give you the show for $5.
$5. It's not lunch.
We watched all of them and we loved each one a little bit more, and they got better and better with each one too in terms of production value, and they drove cross country, so we got some different settings and things like that.
Yes.
So it's been fun. But this is my podcast, gosh darn it. So we're here to talk about health and fitness and Bo knows stuff. So today's Bo knows Nick and Desi. That's what I know, and they're gonna share some with us. So I get to know more about them. Again, we'd consider them two of our best friends. I hope they feel the same. If not, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Anyway, so sorry guys, we have dogs all over the place, and
they're eating weeds and licking things.
at least the baby is upstairs. Hopefully,
she's eating weeds up there.
Eating weed, a stash of weed. Chief is laid out. Anyway, all right, let's focus here. Let's focus. We want to get this thing done. So one thing I want to do, guys, is again, these crazy times. We were talking and converging on some ideas and thoughts and things going on in the world. But one thing I want to add into my episodes here is something positive, because we don't have enough positive things in the world. So maybe you guys can share just something positive for today that'll go in here and hopefully help out the people at home. Just something that they can walk away with, something positive. So something positive, got it?
Just
what do you got?
anything.
Anything.
I think taking this time, we're not getting to do the things we're used to doing, like going to restaurants and going to Disneyland. It's summer, vacations are always, exciting. We look forward to that. But I think just spending time in your home. We travel a lot, and I think, getting to just be with one another and enjoying the simple things, I think that's what I've been happy to do. It's nice not to have an exact agenda every day, but just maybe enjoying the little things a little more.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Having the time to yourself, and just to be able to be like, okay, I mean, you have a lot of time to yourself these days, but to be able to focus on you, because it's such a rat race, this world constantly hustling and looking for tomorrow, what do I have to do, and the schedule and this and that, and just to be able to take a breath right now.
Day by day, I think we would just say, what are we going to do today, accomplish today? And I think it's a little different.
So finding the pleasure in being able to slow down a bit and breathe and focus on yourself.
Yeah.
That's a silver lining.
I'll give it 10 points.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In my imaginary point scale. And one positive thing I'll share, my wife here, lovely Maha, Dr. Maha, passed her law and ethics exam, so she is in the process of getting her California license, which took quite some time. And so if anyone out there needs mental health, which again, this is a time when I think most people do need some version of that, don't hesitate to reach out. Her specialty is sex and relationships. And we're not ashamed to talk about, and actually we didn't talk about this before, but we just had a couples therapy session online, and it's something that we believe in terms of staying healthy, avoiding issues down the line. It's something we're going to do a podcast about, talking about some of those experiences and those thoughts behind that as we as practitioners. So that's something positive.
I can't wait to listen to that one.
Yeah. So we as practitioners again want to share. Hello.
Adjusting.
Adjusting. Thank you, director.
Desi.
Yeah,
there you go.
She's fine. She's good.
Yeah, there's more Maha.
All right. So yeah, we want to share that positivity that she passed. So we're celebrating a little bit of that.
Thank you.
And all the things that come with that. But yeah, let's refocus, people.
I know we can.
And that's my thing. This is my thing. That's what I do. I jump all over the place. So refocusing to these guys are performing artists. Again, they dance for a living. They sing for a living. And again, they've been able to find a way to continue to do that during these crazy times. But I want to talk about the fitness side of it, the health side of it. I've been on a few different podcasts recently trying to define fitness. And I guess my question to you guys is, how do you connect working out? Because I know you guys, they do street parking, right? We'll shout them out. A great program for home workouts and limited equipment, things like that. How do you connect working out to your long-term, you have a young child, you have 2 dogs, and then being performing artists, and again, not knowing what your future is, but how do you think about that? I guess that's the question.
Well, being performing artists, I always say we're athletes. You know, doing 8 shows a week, a full-time Broadway schedule, 8 shows a week, 2 shows on Wednesdays, 2 shows on Saturdays usually. So you have to rest well. You have to be able to sleep, recover your voice, recover your body. You're putting your body through stress for 2.5 hours on stage. It's a stressful situation where you're on stage in front of an audience, singing, dancing, acting, and then you go run off the stage, change costumes. You might have a chance to rest for a few minutes or not, and then come right back. So we are athletes in what we do, and especially the dance-heavy shows like Desi's been in West Side Story, doing that Jerome Robbins choreography where it's really hard on the body. Not, we talk about functional fitness and the workout we follow, the street parking. It's, being able to deadlift our kids when we're 95 years old and being able to lift our great grandkids, hopefully.
But also fitting it into your schedule.
Yeah.
I fit it in. I have to do something every day.
Yeah.
Or else
absolutely.
I just enjoy it too, and I'm by myself and not going to a gym, but I look forward to doing that because it is time for me. Because having a toddler, you kind of get distracted, and that's the 30 minutes that I get is sometimes longer. But yeah, as a performer, especially the in-betweens, like right now, we're kind of just, figuring out what our next move is, if it's back in New York, whatever it is, but just staying fit for ourselves. I mean, just our lives right now.
Yeah.
It's not for a show, but down the road it'll be for a show.
But we'll have that
hopefully.
stamina when we do go back to on the bright stages of Broadway.
Yeah.
We'll have that stamina ready to go.
Yeah, one fun thing I'll add to that, our buddy that we know, Paul Schaefer, plays Phantom of the Opera. He's the swing there, and he's more in the Whoop band. And I don't know if you guys have you guys ever tried some of this tracking?
No, we haven't. We have yet to be sponsored by the ring, the
Anyone
Whoop, or
out
the
there,
ring,
or the Aura
the
ring.
Pod. Or,
But I bring it up because he had the band on,
Yeah.
and he's an intellectual, and he looks at those analytical things, and he compared the temperature.
Yeah, see the sun.
Let's see. We can. Well, we're having technical difficulties with the podcast. Does it stop?
Yeah, it's
totally
it's
shut off?
completely. It's It needs to cool down before we can use it.
Oh, that's a
Pause the
shame.
camera.
You want to pause it later or keep going? Or
I'm gonna keep going.
maybe use the audio from that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can figure that out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can
So hopefully the audio's good. Yeah, sorry guys. That was
no,
too
don't
hot.
apologize.
All right. Sorry to myself. Sorry to anyone
We
the
could
podcast is.
definitely-
Anyway, it's fine. So what I was saying is he compared the readings of an hour-long like CrossFit type workout
Yep.
and what his heart rate did and his breathing, and he compared that to an hour or 2 hours actually of being and playing the Phantom.
Yeah.
Between being backstage, kind of the excitement, and then
Yeah.
maybe you guys can speak to that. But yeah, the heart rate spikes and things like that, and the overall exertion. So those of you not familiar with the Whoop band, it can go on the wrist, and I think for him, he actually puts it around his bicep,
Yeah.
so it's not showing as much. But yeah, it's tracking heart rate throughout the day, and then it comes up with an algorithm to say what your level of exertion is, and then the next day it even tells you your readiness score. So how ready you are to if you didn't recover well enough, or you didn't eat right, things like that, or you didn't sleep well enough, the next morning it's like you're 4% recovered. Maybe today's not a good day to go do a 10-mile run or something like that. So anyway, I'll bring that up as a little bit of a side thing on that sense. But yeah, coming back to you guys training for that performative kind of athletic concept. I guess the question is, how are we looking at, and again from my perspective of injuries, things like that, how do you deal with that? Is that something, again, in your experience being in shows, now not being in shows, how do you deal with those aches and pains, I guess? And I think that's one of my big driving factors with this podcast and concept of getting people to change their thinking about, no matter where they are, whether they consider themselves athletes or not, of again, when you start to have a little elbow pain or back pain, how do you deal with that? So I guess how have you guys dealt with, or what is your mindset around injury?
I think that, well, I've had a lot of injuries while being actually in a show, like on stage. So I'd have to be out for a year for surgery or something. But yeah, just the normal aches and pains. I think that, within a show that's very difficult, you really have to take care of yourself. I know a lot of younger people, I think when we were all younger, like just a lot of the young dancers, you don't think about, warming up properly. You just are like, I'm flexible and I'm ready. I can just go. Yeah, and then, I've been in shows like a couple years ago where it was very, very athletic. And I would, go away in a room like everyone's putting makeup on for an hour, literally an hour, and I would do mobility exercises and all this, and every single person in the show I was in got injured at one point and was out for a show or two, but I was the only one that wasn't, because I really took the time to mobilize and not just like warm up. Or dancers tend to just stretch. Like, what does that do? You're not ready. You're not ready to, you're not warm. So like I took the time to really, really get my body ready.
Yeah, I remember you bringing a jump rope too, and like
just
doing
to
some
be a
jump
little
rope,
warm,
get
and
the body,
then I would do
heart rate
some
up.
mobility with my hips, and then I would do some squats, and then I would stretch, and then because I had to be flexible to kick in the show. But yeah, no, I think just taking the time. Also, as getting a little older, you just have to really be aware of that in this business, or else you're not going to make it. So many people have hip replacements, all these things, being a dancer, because it's not
being too flexible sometimes, and I see this with a lot of yogis as well. They end up having a lot of orthopedic issues because they're not balancing their flexibility side, over flexibility, with some kind of strength. Stability. And it's, to your point, I want to hone in on that message of building resilience, right? And again, as athletes and things like that. And again, I hate to use Tom Brady as an example because I'm a Jets fan. I'm a New Yorker. He's not in New England anymore. But as he's 42 now, and again, one of the things that his method and things like that, he's stayed very injury free, more or less, by creating and putting a routine in place that allows him to perform longer, better, with that concept of longevity as the driver. So I think that goes to your point. And I guess, you kind of alluded to it. I was going to ask it in maybe a different way, but I know a lot of folks in that industry especially are scared to lift weights because they feel they're going to be bulky and things like that, versus the functionality of being able to and again, you don't think about the endurance of 8 shows a week and things like that. So building fitness overall, doing things like this functional training, whether we think about street parking or CrossFit or any other type of high intensity training, building up your overall capacity to do work, which comes back to our definition. I think that's a good thing.
I mean, the first time I met you, Desi, I think you were like 8 months pregnant or something, doing CrossFit at
Still
the gym.
doing something,
Obviously some form of CrossFit.
It was just an open gym, and you were working out, and you need to do something. I wasn't doing everything I used to, but at least I was doing something.
Yes. But it seems like you're the type of person anyway that enjoys that, right? And you're motivated to keep that in your routine.
Yes. Yeah. Even if I'm going to be like, oh, I don't want to perform anymore, I'm not going to just be like, I'm done working out. It's important to me just to be a
Just a
strong
healthy
person.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
So that was like one of my questions: is how do you stay motivated? And for you as well.
that's true. How do you
Even in times like this where
Yeah.
you have to, be creative and working out at home or in the
Yeah.
garage or something, or so,
Limited gym access.
How
Yes.
have you kept yourselves motivated?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask.
You have to hold a conch.
Again,
to
I
answer.
was saying it was maybe not just motivation, it's my time that I really enjoy working out. I don't ever go, I mean, there's sometimes where I'm tired, but I at least do the workout with lighter weights or just something so I can move. Talk about hardcore. We brought our rower.
We drove.
Yes, we know.
Because
They
my
sent us
I
that
don't-
picture for the listeners at home. They sent us a picture of the rower in the back seat, the trunk of their car,
Yeah.
and we thought they were joking.
Because they
we
have a
also
child
have
and 2 dogs as well.
A dog
And
that
a
is
wife.
a greyhound, like an
Yeah.
80-pound greyhound.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they managed it,
I
but
think,
they.
I think Desi walked.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was
Part
on
of-
top like this. No, but
made it
it
work.
was important to us, and I don't
Absolutely.
really enjoy running often, so it was more low impact, and I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to do it. I don't think I would take no for an answer. We made it work.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
And I mean, I think that talks to a theme I kind of come back to is prioritizing and
Yeah.
values.
Yep.
So
Important,
for
yeah.
you guys, obviously, health and fitness, however we define that, is high up on that list.
Yes.
And this is something I work with clients on, and I work with them. And again, sometimes when we look at your values and priorities, some people will say health and fitness, but they're not they would never think to put a rower in their car. I bought mine when I was here. But when we drove cross country, we actually did a very similar trip to these guys. We had our kettlebell and we had a set of
Yeah.
gymnastics rings.
Exactly.
And again, a lot of people just don't have those habits built in and don't think that. So that's where it's this conversation and these changing of behaviors that take time. That we want to kind of hone in on, but that's what I want to get out of that is, again, you guys obviously have that highly prioritized because it's also for you. It's not just I think it's the values of yourselves, but it's also for you. I think your careers, right,
Yeah.
to some extent. But
Yeah,
but like you
so
said, even
it's-
if you were never gonna dance
If I
again,
like, I'm okay.
I'm never
Yeah.
gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got. Okay, sorry.
But we
See,
gotta
you did.
have
Going
like
to a
a
performance.
dance or a song as
Yeah,
part
it's
of this
gotta-
podcast.
Yeah.
It's got to be a
Because
thing.
people who listen can
Yeah.
totally see us dance.
Exactly.
Well, if they watch this,
They'll hear the awkwardness
They will
That's
of
right.
me
feel it.
singing.
I believe they can sense it
like,
and they'll
that
feel it.
definitely wasn't them.
Yeah. And see Paul Schaefer, who anytime we work out and I start singing, he
Yeah.
calls me out. So you can be nice and not tell me how terrible I am. You are here. I need you here. Like, all right, whatever. All right.
Paul, don't worry, I'm doing this job for you.
Yeah.
God.
She puts me in my place. All right, so let's refocus a little. I need a little boom, refocus. Yeah.
Focus, but
The refocus button. So trying to bring it back. All right. So what other kinds of things are you guys doing? Is it street parking? Is the main thing?
That's our main thing. Because it keeps me focused and stretching, because a lot of the time being a dancer, when you stretch, you just hold things for 10 seconds. It's like the warm up in a dance class is very short. So we have Ramwad and we follow that, but a lot of the time I can do that myself. It's just nice to have a time,
Yeah.
because if you rush it, it's like pointless. And I
Yeah.
like to again have a moment, like 20 minutes.
street
and
parking
just
also
really
has
work on-
a
They have a
videos of
maintenance.
mobility
Yeah.
mobility segments, just like Ramwad.
So that's just something else we take time to do after or later in the day. Sometimes you don't have time right after the other.
I came down the stairs the other day, and her and her mom were doing some
Yeah,
Ramwad
I
in the
made
living
my
room. It was
own.
awesome.
I
For
made
those
my-
not familiar with Ramwad, and again, if they want to sponsor us, feel free.
Range
you
of
can
mobility.
film us. We'll do it.
Range of motion.
Range of motion.
Workout of the day. WOD being the
Yeah.
CrossFit style thing. They kind of went off
Yeah.
of that. They were involved in that community.
great
At the end of the
idea.
day, it's generally 10 to 20 minute flows, and I believe it's Yin yoga is the main form of practice.
Yeah.
It's holding positions generally for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. There's a little bit of different breathing, box breathing type things
Yep.
that are incorporated in. So that's
Yeah.
that's if anyone's interested in checking that out, use my promo code. No, I don't have one. I did actually know those guys. I did know those guys when they first created the company when I was in Dubai.
Yeah.
I actually had that. So if you guys are still out there, feel free. Yeah, happy to get on board. But yeah, I mean, look, it's great to have a system like street parking. Again, those not familiar, we didn't really explain exactly what it is, but it's a Miranda, what's her new name?
Alcaraz.
She got married.
Yep.
Alcaraz, she was Miranda Oldroyd.
Yep.
In the CrossFit space, one of the OG kind of CrossFit people. She was also one of the announcers for the CrossFit Games, things like that. So, but they came out with a program that kind of, again, is a general at-home program. It's limited equipment.
Yep.
You don't need a lot. Maybe it's, hey, we have these dumbbells.
Yep.
Hey, you have this amount of space in today's workout. Here's how you can modify, and here's how we're going to do it. And you have this group. How many people would you say are involved?
So many thousands.
That
all
couple
over
thousand,
the world.
yeah, all over the
25,000?
world.
All
So,
over the world.
and that was how
Great.
CrossFit originally back in like
Smart.
2000 through 2008. They would just post a workout, and there might be whatever 2K run for a time, and then you see all the comments, and you record your score, and hopefully you're honest. But then you say whatever the time is, whatever 12 minutes. I don't know. I'm just pulling out a random number. But then you have someone in Toronto say, hey, I did it in 11:59, and then you have someone else
So it
wherever.
motivates,
And it motivates you. And then you get to meet these people, and the same thing with street parking. Street parking workout. I'm just gonna pull something out. I haven't seen a lot of their workouts. If you guys want to give me an example of a recent workout.
Well,
Yeah,
like
sure.
Yesterday we did for time 800-meter run or 1,000-meter row, 50 thrusters.
Yep.
I did it with dumbbells, 220s, and 30 pull-ups
Yep.
or ring rows.
Yep.
So
Which is actually
that's 10 minutes.
I mean,
around.
that workout is actually one of the
That's
like
an easy-
CrossFit
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
girl workouts.
It's a high
Yeah,
intensity
it's Jack. Is that what it's
Jackie,
called?
yeah.
concept.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jackie is
That
usually
was one
1,000-meter
example.
row, 50 thrusters, like you said, at 45 pounds empty barbell usually.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then 30 pull-ups.
Yeah.
We don't have a barbell. We just have our dumbbells, and it's a great workout. Dumbbells are hard.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
the, your
grip.
grips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Great
it challenges
strength,
you
and it's-
different ways. And so,
Yeah.
coming back to it, I'll for my own sake, for the theme of this whole thing is we're trying to create different stimulus. So in CrossFit they use the term constantly varied.
Yeah.
So you're constantly doing that, and again there's this community feel, which
yep.
sometimes gets overlooked, especially now with 2020. I think people are starving for some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's hard without physical gym space where normally you have that. You're in a class with 12 other people, and then you can write your time at the end.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're comparing yourself to. You're racing with the guy over there. You pick someone to race against. But yeah, now it's finding that motivation. To her original question, I think of. It's easy when it's posted there. So at the end of the day,
Yes.
I can't stress enough. Either find like a program like this, which is pretty cost effective. It's a general program. You start to learn how to incorporate that for yourself and modify it. So if you're like, oh, I don't know if I could run 800 meters, or I don't know if I have dumbbells, or I don't know if I could do a thruster or what have you. There's always ways to modify this. But at the other
Yes,
part of it too
always.
is kind of online coaching. So something I offer is this individualized model where, again, if these guys weren't here in person, I can be working with them online and showing them, hey, here's an assessment of what you're doing, of what your body's capable of, and then we talk about, oh, hey, you guys are dancers, where you need to be able to dance and do a high kick with your foot
Yeah.
up in the sky, kicking yourself in the face. Here's some things we want to work on, make sure we maintain that.
Yeah.
And again, maybe you do 1,000-meter row and then you do 10 high kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get crazy with it.
something. Yeah,
But
really.
there are ways that we can start to think about incorporating that. And at the end of the day, too, again, that's the message I want to re-implement for those at home is, find what works for you. Find whether it's that community feel, whether you're going to pick up the workouts. A lot of people are doing Peloton, and I'm a little critical of Peloton as what it is for fitness, what it is. It's a limited concept. Again, a lot of us are sitting enough already, so to be in this crunch down position, doing your high intensity in a crunch down position, you're kind of reinforcing a lot of these things. So now I'm saying to anyone I know doing Peloton, hey, let's make sure we really open up those hips.
Other
Yeah.
things.
And let's cross train is that term, CrossFit, cross train. But it's just let's figure out what it is you need to do in life, whether it's being a parent, whether it's performing on Broadway, whether it's riding a bike, and let's find other things to balance that out so we can keep assessing your capacity and then building up on that. So cool. So they're doing Ramwad as a little bit of a supplement to that and things like that. So I don't want to keep going. I've already taken up a lot of their time. We're trying to hang out here. Oh, okay, go. Yeah, all right.
Since we're talking about health and fitness,
Yes.
there's also the emotional, relational health
Woo!
and fitness.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, what do you guys do, or how do you manage? Well, right now, obviously, it's a different time, but generally speaking, how do you manage your different packed schedules, because often you have different shows that you're working on at the same time, and you both have to obviously maintain some sort of routine in your life to be fit and healthy and recover and all that for your shows, so for your work, and at the same time maintain a relationship, and at the same time maintain a social life, and now you have a kid. How do you do that?
We don't have a social life.
Okay.
Well,
We cut that out.
Yeah, priorities, social life, gone.
Since I've been back into trying to get back in the business after having a baby, now she's 2, like we just literally got amazing new headshots and really cool dance shots in December. And then we finally started going back to auditions in late January, and then guess what happened?
Oh, yeah.
So like, I haven't been back full force yet, and all of this happens.
Yeah.
But
That's
So-
coronavirus for anyone
if you're
not
watching
following.
this in 3 years from
Yeah.
now,
Yes.
or 50 years.
Yes.
Like,
COVID-19.
yeah.
Remember that time,
I
the
mean,
dark
we
time.
like a lot of the time in the beginning, like he was doing a show at night, and we would be together, and I'd be with Zalia because I was still healing and getting back to doing things. Yeah, you can answer more to that.
Oh no, we kind of schedule as soon as our baby naps. Basically, is the
Yeah.
time like
Then we can do
baby
stuff.
goes to bed for nap, and then we put our gym clothes on, and then we work out. If we can do the workouts together, great. If not, if it's a
have
fast
to take
10 to
turns
15, then
or-
I'll wait and Desi can go first, or we try to make sure that it's a cycle where I can use the rower after she does or something. We start a staggered start, but that's basically like
But
that's our
other
day.
than that,
That's
like,
our schedule.
Yeah, we would try
to work
to
out
make
together.
plans, at least once or twice a month to do something that we enjoy doing and
Yeah.
go seeing
It's
a
finding
show.
balance,
or,
you know. It's
So
finding
the
a-
Going
working
to
out for you
dinner.
guys
Balance.
is
Is
a
some
way to
part
bond.
quality
Yeah.
time
Is part of the
together.
quality
Absolutely,
time.
absolutely.
Their love language is street parking. No.
I love them.
Yeah.
Wonderful people.
Yeah. So what other things are you doing? Just
Well, right now it was nice the other day because it was our anniversary. Being with my parents, visiting, they watched her because it's safe.
Yeah.
We're not just random babysitters right now. We went wine tasting in Temecula. We love wine. We've been in Sonoma many times, and I think that's something else that we bond over. We
Drinking
become very
wine.
relaxed.
Yes.
Just wine tasting somewhere
Being
that's
drunk.
not your backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel like it's different and you're on vacation.
Yeah,
Because it's kind of
absolutely.
And I mean, if
slow right now.
I'm going to jump in and say to her question too, back to again the bigger theme, and I like to explore these bigger concepts of physically. We're talking about building this resilience by having more fitness, having a wider capacity, balancing out being too stretchy or hypermobile almost with some stability. Same thing for the relationship, and this is again something I think we're going to cover in some different episodes or what have you. But in the relationship, having known these guys for a long time, like. And I'm sure every relationship has some stuff inside, but like from the outside looking in, these guys, from the day I met them, clearly had a very strong connection and a very healthy, fit relationship outside of actual just working out. But I'm talking about a healthy bond that is clear. And
They're a team.
And the stronger you are, and the stronger that foundation is, the more resilience you have when times are tough and you have to drive cross country and you're dealing with stress and static. And again, that's why we're talking about we had a couples therapy session just to continue to strengthen that
nice.
foundation.
Yeah, strengthen that bond and that-
Yeah, we start to I use the term or phrase, listen to the whispers before they become yells.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that just in yelling at each other, but I kind of do. But it's again, what are the little things and like where are the friction points and how do we deal with conflict when it comes up and being able to. And I also realize, I think, and I want to address this also and listening to some of these podcasts that I've taken a lot of and having this conversation. I think I want to also. Hi, Chief. I want to talk about the fact that we're very blessed and grateful that we're able to have these kind of higher level concepts. I think and not have to worry as much about where's our next meal coming from and things like that. So I don't want to take it down too. That can go all sorts of different ways here in 2020. Hi, Chief.
And
But
having a dog.
and having a dog.
Period.
yeah.
is
Dogs are the
everything.
best.
Yeah. 2 dogs, even better. Twice as fun. Anyway, so did that answer your question
thank
about
you.
so resilience in
Yeah.
relationships?
Teamwork, communication.
Teamwork, communication,
It makes
resilience.
the dream work.
It does.
Absolutely.
All right, so
Keep dreaming.
keep dreaming.
And prioritizing and planning, so you guys plan things
Yes.
together.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
planning. It's planning ahead and
Or else we're not. It's hard.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
not going to
stuff
happen
done.
if you don't
Make it happen.
make it happen and make time for it. Totally.
exactly.
All right, so we're at 30 minutes. Woo! Just flew by.
Great.
Bo knows.
Bono's Desi and Nick. Or Nick and Desi. We'll
Doesn't
see.
matter.
We'll see what flows better. I do want to, before we go, unless there's other things that we cover and keep going for another 30 minutes. I don't know. But I did want to say, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Gotta say
Yeah.
that, all that. And then check out these guys' channel. Again, we were joking around a little bit before, but they do have those great shows.
Yeah, Superheroes in Love.
Superheroes in Love.
Yeah.
And then they might be having another one in
Another
September.
show.
Yeah.
They haven't
We haven't
Yeah.
locked
set
it
a
in.
date.
If you subscribe to us, go on our Facebook page or Instagram, Superheroes in Love, and Nicholas Dramard or Desiree Devar. You know,
Nicholas
like
Dramard has a lot of the YouTube.
There you
YouTube
go.
video. Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
try
Lots
to,
of stuff.
I'll
You
try
can
to
find
link
us.
that
Yeah.
down below if
Absolutely.
I remember.
Down here.
Down there. And then what else? Oh, your mother has a dance studio here. She has a show
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
We want to give that info.
Yeah, it's the,
September 12th
yeah,
and 13th.
Center Stage Dance.
yes.
You
Center
can
Stage
find,
Dance.
Tickets
find
are on
it
sale
on
on
Eventbrite. Just
Yep.
search Center Stage Dance.
Yeah, and I'll try to link that as well. You guys send me that link.
Everything's virtual
Yeah.
right now. So
Yeah,
trying to keep things going.
This is some high quality entertainment, folks.
Yes.
It's like Hamilton on Disney Plus, except better. No, not overselling that at all.
Not as cool.
No, but it is a
Not
lot of
as cool,
fun.
but-
It's fun. It's fun.
It is.
You
fun.
guys did one. Did you do one Hamilton song in one of them?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I think a lot of people are requesting it.
We need
Yes.
to have someone cool do that.
Yeah, we have a
Him
we have some
rapping
friends.
and I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We need to find someone that
That's right.
does that.
No.
Yes. I'm
We'll
not
find some.
not throw away my shot.
All
We're
right.
gonna find someone.
Oh, sorry.
have
Don't
friends
don't
that are-
copyright us. Don't flag us, YouTube, for the copywriting. Anyway, anything else? Wrapping up. Gorgeous day here in Orange County.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have an awesome day.
for
I'll have
tuning
to
in.
see if I can get this podcast up. I think I know how. We'll see.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. And yeah, if you guys want to see more from these guys, again, check them out. Hopefully we can do some more episodes in person. Our dogs are going crazy over there. What else? Peace, love, marshmallows.
Stay
I don't
safe.
know. Stay safe. Crazy
Stay safe,
times.
yeah.
Mental health. Don't forget about that. It's something we can often take for granted, I think.
Yep.
And
wear a
again,
mask.
Wear a mask. Do that, please. And
Just for others, please.
let's make it happen, people. Let's beat this thing. All right, and be kind to each other. I think. Oh, is that an Ellen thing? We can't do that anymore. Has that been
don't know.
canceled? I don't know.
Be
If
kind.
you've made it this
What
far,
happened?
I think it's a good message
You should
anyway.
probably
Lead with
just
kindness.
turn
Lead
the-
with kindness.
Always
turn
lead
it
with
off.
kindness.
Let's call it there. All right.
Okay.
Get 1% better.
Bye.
Bye.